going on, everybody? It's Jay Bavolar here, and I'm back at it with another great video for today. But before I get into the video, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know what you might want me to cover next. Also, want to remind you, you can get my book, Black Serviceman, Black Veteran, available right now on Amazon, where I talk about the VA disabilities process, your respective military career, how to navigate as a veteran, plus much more. So you want to make sure you get that book, Black Serviceman, Black Veteran, available right now on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Also, if you're feeling stuck with your claim, you don't know what to do, you need help navigating the VA claims process, you need help with the appeals process, CMP exams, prepping for that, hey, I can definitely help you. Let's book that one-on-one consultation below. Let's get a coaching session. In this way, we'll get you that rating you deserve, and we'll get you some wins there. So be sure to book your consultation, link in the description below. So today, I want to talk about the top reasons why your claims are not successful. Not just only getting denied, but you're getting a lowball rating, you're not getting that rating that you deserve by law. And I'm going to go over some reasons why that is. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons here. So reason number 1 is no medical evidence. Either you don't have medical evidence, or you don't have sufficient medical evidence, meaning your DBQ isn't actionable, it's not tangible. Now you're leaving it into the hands of the rater, CMP examiner. So that's one reason why maybe the DBQ is not filled out properly, or you just don't have any kind of medical evidence. If you don't have medical evidence, 9 times you're dead in the water. It won't even make it to a CMP exam. VA rater is going to look at that, laugh, send it back, denied it within a couple of weeks. Now, here's the thing: even if, let's just say, if it's in your service record, if you're 2, 3, 4, 5 years removed from service, you're going to need a current diagnosis. So that's another, not having sufficient medical evidence in your service record. So you're going to need a doctor to give you a more current diagnosis. Also, another mistake is what a lot of veterans do, and I've done this before myself, where we're trying to supplement our claims. Like, we're trying to use buddy letters to supplement medical evidence, or be a substitute for medical evidence. And you can't do that. You can't write a statement in support of. It's lay evidence. They'll consider it, but it should be to buffer the evidence you already have. That's what a buddy statement, writing a statement in support of claim for yourself. Those are the only reasons where I see you should have those, but it's not a substitute for medical evidence. So I see a lot of veterans make mistakes with that. Reason number 2, bad strategies. You're not strategizing properly. One of the things I see, like what I talk about, this was a term, coined by VA Claims Insider, the SEM method, and I made a video covering that. That's strategy, education, medical evidence. So you don't have a good strategy. You're not educated on the claims process. You didn't educate yourself. I mean, that's why you have videos like mine, the Combat Craig's, the Dwayne Kimball's, the VA Claims Insiders of the world, where, there's plenty of videos here educating you on the process. That's why I put these videos out here. I put them out here every week, every couple of weeks, because I want to educate you on the claims. I don't want to see veterans make the same mistakes I've made in my claims, where I've screwed them up and butchered my claims here. So you want to make sure you educate. And it just ties right into number 1, not having medical evidence. Medical evidence is important. Medical evidence, think about it like this: medical, just like a job resume, right? Your resume will get you in the door and get you the initial interview, but it doesn't get you the job. You still have to, talk and prove that you're a fit for that company. But same thing, medical evidence. You have to put medical evidence to get you to the door, but you still have to go to the exam and everything. So you want to make sure you have. Another bad strategy I see: throwing stuff up the wall and trying to see what sticks. Just going out there, basically just hoping for the best. Hey, I'm gonna put in 10 claims at a time, and you might only get approved for one of those claims. So that's 1 out of 10. So that's a 10% that's 10% success rating, right? You're 10% successful out of 10. Out of 10 claims, 1 of them get approved. 1 out of 10. You're 1 for 10. Is that a good strategy? No, it's not. So please stop throwing stuff at the wall, hoping for the best. You put in a bunch of claims, you put in mental health, migraines, and you get lucky, and you maybe get approved for tinnitus, since it's one of the easier claims to win, and don't necessarily need medical evidence. They might just send you an exam just because you said or you might have had a MOS or a rate that is a high probability for tinnitus, so you might get lucky there. But vets, don't do that. Don't throw stuff in the wall. Have a strategy, like I said. Also, another one, going through, you get denied, going through an HLR, but you don't have no strategy, so you're just hoping they'll turn it around, and you don't even know what was on the exam. Oh, excuse me there. Also, reason number 3, you're not having this, not knowing your rating criteria. So, you put medical evidence in, but you don't know the rating criteria. You don't know the severity of symptoms. You know the difference between 10% rating, 20, 30, 50, 70, 100, not knowing that. So that's definitely important. You gotta know that there, or what's the difference. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a low ball rating. The next reason number 4, why you're not having success. This is definitely an important one. Being unprepared when you go to the CMP exam. And what do I mean by that? One of the things I always say is bring your medical evidence with you to the exam. This way you are prepared. And it ties into number 3, not knowing severity of symptoms. So you're not knowing the difference between a 10% rating or a 30% rating in certain areas. Not articulating your symptoms when you go to the CMP exam. You kind of just you downplay your symptoms. You're like, oh, what? Like, for example, you go for migraines. How often do you have migraines? Yes, sometimes. Is it how often? Is it once a month? That's like once a month. Are you having severe economic adaptability? I don't think so. Right? So what you did there is you went and talked to yourself from a 50% rating to a 30% rating, and it makes all difference in the world there when talking about severity symptoms. Like I always say, the VA is a game of semantics. So those words, how you word the stuff matters. What you say matters, because when you say something to the examiner, they're writing all that stuff down. They're sending it to the VA. They're sending it to a rater here. So please articulate your symptoms. For example, migraines. Hey, my migraines are 3 to 5 times a month, and it's causing severe economic adaptability. I've exhausted all my sick days, and I've had to take days without pay because of migraines. I miss family time. That's the difference. Now you're talking yourself into a 50% rating, as opposed to downplaying. Now you're 10 to 30%, depending on what they document there. So please be prepared. Be proactive and be prepared. If you got a CMP exam coming up, be prepared. You can also book a session with me here, and I can help you with that exam, so I can get you that rating that you deserve here. Number 5 is, last and not least, compare. A lot of vets make the mistake of comparing their claim to others. You watch these videos, and somebody such and such says, "Well, I'm rated 50% for migraines. I'm rated at 70% for mental health," and you think because you saw that you're entitled to that, right? I think you should not do that. Now, it's one thing, if you have severity symptoms, by all means, right? But you should not be like, oh, I should be good to get approved for this rating because such and such did. Because listen, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not in the same city, the same state. You're likely not going to have the same examiner, especially if they outsourced it to VES, LHI, QTC of the world. Now that they outsourced all those, it's highly unlikely you're going to get the same exam. As opposed to if you're maybe in the same city, they might send you to that VA hospital, VA clinic around in the area. Like, for example, if you're located in the New York City area, hey, it's likely you might both get sent to the Fort Hamilton VA hospital, right? You both live in Brooklyn or live in Staten Island or something. Right? That's not the case anymore. now they outsource it. So don't compare yours to other. Worry about your claim and what you need to do to maximize your benefits. Don't go off of what somebody else got approved for, what somebody else did. I think that's the worst thing you can do when it comes to your VA claim. And I got one more. I got actually a bonus reason why you're not successful with your claim, or you're not getting the results you want. You're getting not. That's not fighting back. What do I mean by that? Your claim gets denied, and a lot of times, a lot of vets, they're bumping their head against the wall. Damn, I got denied. I thought I had an airtight claim. I thought I had a slam dunk claim. I had medical evidence. I got a nexus. I got a DBQ, etc., etc. And you went to maybe the examiner didn't write medical evidence in your favor. Didn't write a DBQ in your favor. Said it's least likely than not. And a lot of times, some vets tend to just give up. Listen, when you're in this, the fight is never over. You can always fight back. What is the biggest way you can fight back to win your claim? Medical evidence, right? One way you can do it. Let's just say you get denied. Find out what's on that exam. Go to your VSO and find out what's on that. Get a copy of the exam. See what they put. Then you can go back. You get more medical evidence. Inundate the VA. Put a supplemental claim. Within a couple of weeks, you either A, they might reverse the decision, or B, they might send you to another, worst case scenario, they send you to another exam. But that's another chance for you to articulate your symptoms. Don't ever get, like for example, migraines. I had to go, I had to put in the claim 4 times before I got approved. First couple of times, I went to exam. First time I went to exam, the examiner, I believe, gave me wrote a positive opinion, but then put least likely or not. They sent it to a records review. They said least likely than not. I was denied. Actually, the first time I did a phone, that was the second time. The first one I did a phone one, boom, they denied it. Second one, I went to the exam, they did a records review, in-person exam. Then they did a records review only, got denied. I put in more medical evidence. They denied it again. So, and it ties right into number 5, not compared to claim to others. I did secondary to tinnitus. It didn't work out those 3 times. So I went to the doctor and said, well, maybe your migraines are being caused by your mental health, right? I'm service-connected for somatic symptom disorder. Okay, so, my doctor, I went to a doctor, they wrote your migraine secondary to your somatic symptom disorder, put it in, went to exam, the examiner agreed, then my migraines are connected to my somatic disorder, the VA agreed, 50%, boom, that put me from 90 to 100. So, I tie all that to say that the fight is never over. Don't make these mistakes. Follow these steps so you can be successful and win your claim and maximize your benefits to whatever that is. Now that's all I got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Before I got here, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the red notification bell. Also, get my book, Black Service and Black Veteran. It's available right now on Amazon, where I talk about the VA claims process, plus much more. Get that book, Black Service and Black Veteran, available right now on Amazon. Also, if you're stuck with your claim, let's book a one-on-one coaching session. Whatever you need help with, the process, help getting ready for an exam, or the appeals process, whatever you need, let's book a coaching session so we can get you that rating that you deserve and get you some wins here. That's all I got for today. Peace.